So these are segmental vessels. So these are segmental arteries, segmental veins. Okay? That's not too much to that. But these are the second largest, so they're just a little bit smaller than the renal artery and the renal vein. Okay? Now these vessels will go between the actual pyramids, and so they are called interlobar. Interlobar, which means between the lobes. Okay? So this would be an interlobar vein and an interlobar artery. Okay? Okay? I mean, it's not a lot to this stuff, really. It's pretty straight up. In this case, listen, it should have been pyramidal. They should have been called interpyramidal. That would have made a lot more sense in this model. But I was not there when they gave this naming. Okay? So if we're going to teach pyramids or the units of the kidney, then we should have interpyramidal.
So that's what the interlobular vein and artery is?
Not lobular.
Or
lobar.
Lobar, sorry.
Yeah, it's got to be lobar. Yeah. So on one hand we're saying these are pyramids, but when we're using the vessels, we're calling them lobes. I think that's just really poor pedagogy. It's not a good way to teach something. Okay. But anyway, I just work here, you know. Been doing that for a while. So now as we move from the interlobar or interpyramidal arteries and veins, we come to the arcuates. Now let's find, oh, here it is. This is the nicest example. Here we see a nice bow. See that? Isn't that a nice bow? So that's a nice arcuate vein and a nice arcuate artery. Anyway, so these are shaped like a bow. Now, this means next we're going to go into lobulars. Lobulars. So these arcuates then are either fed by a interlobular vein, or the arcuate arteries feed the interlobular arteries. Now the interlobular arteries are going to feed the afferent arterioles. Okay? The afferent arterioles. This then takes us into the glomerular apparatus, which is called the renal corpuscle. If you include Bowman's capsule plus the glomerulus, it's called the renal corpuscle. Okay? Both. Bowman's capsule and the glomerulus. Now the blood flows through the afferent arteriole into the glomerulus, and then it exits through the efferent. Now this brings us to, we got to talk about a couple of things here before we can move on with the model. Okay.